Okay, so you guys, I was really confused about that because I thought it was just at 12 o'clock and just at 8 o'clock, but it's every hour through 8 o'clock.
Right. Well, because they're airing it every 12 and 8 on each time zone, right? It
Yeah.
kind of yeah, so it's pretty much almost every hour on the hour. Like 9 a.m. here is 12 noon in the East Coast, right? So I mean
Okay.
where I'm at anyway. So
See, I
Okay.
understood it the same thing. It was only 12 and 8, but I didn't realize it was the whole time. Thanks for
yeah.
sharing that.
Yep.
Thanks for clearing that up.
Now that's just like a rebroadcast, right? It's not a live meeting every hour, correct?
No, no,
Oh yeah.
it's basically just the video that's airing. Yeah, yeah. It's not an interactive where you can ask questions or anything. It's a real quick uh teaser type of pique your interest type of deal. I've sent it to several people already and they're loving it. Oh my gosh.
hmm And they're
And
over the different.
I know one of my team members enrolled someone yesterday already. So
Mhm.
Uh,
What do
okay.
you
All
mean you
right.
can send
Okay,
it?
Nilbert, the
Mhm.
morning is yours. Go
all
ahead.
right. Good morning, everyone. Happy
Well, my
Tuesday.
training class started.
Uh,
Yeah,
who
so
is who is excited? Like, can you guys tell I'm a little bit more excited than usual, like today? Just still coming off of the amazing weekend that we had for those of you who were able to make it to Vegas for the leadership Edge conference. Uh, Yesterday, I got to share a little bit. Also, on another forum, Samson had a kind of a Zoom call late yesterday with a lot of the Asia counterparts, kind of just recapping what happened in Vegas. And I shared on there that I've been to the launch, I've been to the different conventions, and yet there was something, really different that hit me this time around at the Leadership Edge. And I think it is the format that they did it and the people that they had on upstage, like, the rock star stories. I think that was such an amazing, amazing portion of it because, everyone else there got to hear from the community, right? The community on how, how they're succeeding, how they're thriving. And basically it's like a reflection of who we are. Like it's just like everybody else, right? So, if they're achieving that kind of like, success and all that, everyone can do it, right? Everyone can do it. Okay, let's have a couple of shares, like how we usually do this before we get into today's topic. Today's topic is actually very, very, I would say basic, but very necessary. It's the fuel and it's the lifeblood of our, of our business. But let's get two shares. Anyone who wants to share anything exciting, whether they want to share a bit about the weekend or anything, the aftermath, right? That's actually even more exciting. Like what, after you guys got back, if you came from the conference, what happened? Did you guys do anything exciting? Meet more new prospects? I know we had the video yesterday and all that, but yeah, let's get two shares.
I'll go ahead.
Hey, Carlin. Yep.
So, yeah, I'm excited because yesterday, I got a lot of people that I've been working with now
Uh-huh.
heard um, the Corbin thing that I was listening to, and they were supposed to be working. They were my contactors and my designers, and they were listening in. And so they're like, "Well, we want to do this." So now I told them I'm sharing them the video because they want to see it. And then also my Brazilian masseuse, I enrolled her when Adrian was here, and she's been trying to get her U.S. citizenship. Well, she finally got it, and now she's excited to get started. She told me yesterday, so I'm doing an onboarding call. I didn't want to do it by myself, so I called Adrian, and we're going to do it today at noon. So, I planted the seeds, and they're starting to sprout. So,
There we go. And what the one thing I also heard there, Carla, it's like there's this forward movement. You're right from the weekend. You start implementing, start working, right? That's amazing. Mei Ling, you have your hand up. and then we'll go to Diana.
Okay. Hi, Nilbert. Hi, everyone. Good morning. I'm just so excited after the event. It was just like so amazing. But I had quite an interesting day
Great. You
today.
click on the wall.
I had quite an interesting day yesterday, and it was a very miraculous day. I will just say things started coming in. I have been receiving ever since the weekend. And I had reached out to several family members yesterday, inviting them to watch the video. I had reactions. This was so interesting. Reactions everywhere from like a neighbor saying we were watching the video together, the Corbin Rausch video, and I was asking her, what she liked, and it was like nothing. This is a total scam, and the whole bit pyramid scheme. I mean, just all of that. But it opened up the opportunity for me to have a really good conversation with her.
Uh-huh.
And I will continue to have that conversation with her. But it was a good practice for me to kind of unwind that. Like, where does that belief come from? And what was her past experience?
Mm-hmm.
So that was really good instead of just me getting shut down about it. And then I had I'll just say a sister-in-law who said, sorry, I'm not interested, wouldn't even look at it. But I had two other family members that I really wanted to talk to, and I'm super excited. One said, yes, I'll try samples of the skincare, so I'm going to mail them to her. And she already watched videos because I could tell. I sent her a couple of videos and she watched them last night. And then another family member, she said she would be happy to watch the videos to check them out. So I'm excited.
Yes.
That's all.
That is so
Yeah.
exciting, Mei-Ling. Yeah, that is so exciting. And even with the person who says, "Yeah, this is a scam" and all that, you know what it did? It really opened up, like you said, it opened up the opportunity to kind of, get to know the person a little bit more. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. So, yeah, like I'd like to hear like so you've had experiences with pyramid schemes. That's usually the first thing. Yeah, that's a good question to ask them because you know what? 9 times out of 10, they don't even know what a pyramid scheme really is, right?
It's
It's
true.
really it's really like what they hear from other people or from actually from I don't know what they read or stuff like that. So that's amazing, Mailing. So proud of you.
Thank you. Thanks, Nilbert.
Dr. Diana, you have your hand up.
Yes, hi, good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for being on here. I just wanted to share that so I knew that I enrolled in an amazing company, but I did not completely understand until I got to be there in person and understood like this is bigger than what I thought. So it was very, very super inspiring just to be there in person and meet everyone. But I wanted to share with you something that I really learned yesterday. Just hit the ground running. I have my own personal goal is one a day, like enroll somebody one a day for the next 30 days. And one of the things is, I realized, wow, I really got to talk to a lot of people. The key is being consistent and just making sure that to stick with the plan. And there was a moment where I also felt like I got the same thing, like the pushback. Oh no, this is a scam, you know. And the thing is that I had to remind myself, Diana, you got to meet, top leaders, and if this is a scam, it's a really good scam. I like it, So I just, keep sharing and don't get discouraged. I also ask a lot of questions. If I need any motivation, I have a ton. I'm actually a life coach. So this is what I do. This is my gig. And so I have to pump myself up. So just again, staying consistent, making those phone calls and just continue to communicate that, this is amazing product, it's amazing company, and hop on. So thank you so much.
Amazing, Dr. Diana. Thank you for sharing that. And just so you guys know, she enrolled her. She just started, right? She just started with the company. She enrolled her. If I'm not mistaken, it's her first BA yesterday. So she's on track for her one a day for 30 days. Like, can you imagine that? If you're able to do one enrollment a day for 30 days, that's 30 in a month, right? Well, yeah, I mean, that's high school math right there, or actually grade school math. But what's important is that if we do the duplication thing, right? If you do 30 a day, one a day for 30 days, and you do that for 3 months, so you'll have like 90 personal enrollments. And if you do the duplication, each of those persons will be doing their, let's just say just half, right? Not even, 30 in a month, like, 15 in a month. And each of them will do that. Can you imagine how large our organization is going to be in 90 days? Amazing. Thank you, Dr. Diana. All right. Okay, let's get into the topic. It's not going to be a very difficult topic today. Again, it's something that's so simple that every one of us should already know about it, right? But it's the fuel and the lifeblood of our industry. And a lot of this is really going to be more of a refresher for everyone. But we probably do have some, fairly new brand ambassadors that this could really be more could really be impactful with the concepts that we're going to share today. So prospecting and generating leads. um, I have to admit, like for me, it was very hard for me to get over this hump after I reached a certain point where I thought I kind of exhausted my warm market, right? But let's get into this. So prospecting and generating leads. The purpose of prospecting and of prospecting, right? Like I mentioned earlier, it's you fuel, your business with new connections. You've already heard your net worth is your network, right? So the larger your network is, the higher your net worth is. Meaning, yeah, we should always be in a position where we don't run out of prospects or leads, because if you run dry, that's when you really stall. Your business will stall and kind of grind to a halt until you find more prospects, right? So who are we looking for? For me, the most important thing is, yes, we want to help people get healthy, but we are looking for people who want change. Change in their health, that's only one aspect. Change in their finances, right? Change in their life. They're looking for something new, something more, right? So those are the kind of people that we're looking for. So guess what? Do you think there's a lot of people of those around? Yeah, I think they're all over the place. They are all over the place. There's and one thing about this is that you never know. Like you may look at someone, they may have their life all to, like really you look at them, they're very successful, they make a lot of money, but you never know exactly what's happening, right? So don't prejudge everyone. Don't prejudge anyone. You don't know what's going on with their, they may have a really good life, but or a really good job, like a corporate job, but who knows? Like maybe they just recently got laid off, right? Um, if you approach everyone when you think of them as a prospect, and you approach everyone with an open mind, doesn't matter what their background is, doesn't matter what you think where in life they would be, you'll have a more I would say it's really more open for you to be able to really help other people, right? Keep your pipeline flowing consistently. Again, we don't want this to run dry. We don't want our list of prospects to run dry. So, that 100 list that we all start with, right? It should be an organic list. What does that mean? You need to keep adding names to it every day, right? I have to admit that's one of my weaknesses also. I'm actually reworking my list today. I have a weekly accountability call with my team, and that's on Thursday. We're going to be, really showing each other, okay, here's my list. Here's how many I have. Here's how many I've like reached out to since Monday and all that. So I have a lot of work for me, cut out for me today. Turn conversations into opportunities. How many people do you talk to in a day? All right. How many, if you just think about it, how many people you talk to in a day? You go grab a cup of coffee, you talk to the barista, right? You go to a store, to a grocery. Sometimes you ask help from the, like, I was at Trader Joe's yesterday. Hey, excuse me, where can I find this? Oh, there'll be an aisle, and I was checking out. I was talking to the cashier. The cashier was really, really friendly. Like, hey, so how's your day going? He's the one who initiated the conversation. I really liked the way his vibe really, right? I said, you know what? You have such an amazing personality. It's one of the best conversations I've had, since like with a Trader Joe's employee here. I complimented him on that. And I said, hey, can I leave you my information? Because I'm growing a business in the local area, and I'm looking for leaders and looking for business-minded folks. It may not be for you, but reach out if that's something for you. So I left him my business card, well, like a tap card. He got my info, and we'll see if he reaches out to me today. Guess what? I do shop at the Trader Joe's regularly, so I'll probably see him again anyway. Okay, so who are we looking for? Okay, yes, because we are a health and wellness company, health conscious individuals, obviously, right? But this one's my favorite: entrepreneurs and side hustlers, right? Remember what Les Brown says, like you look for people who are hungry, right? They have to be hungry. They have to have that passion to really be wanting more than what they have right now, right? Because those are the movers. Those are the people that when you get them, you show them the opportunity and they see it, they're the ones who are going to run with you, right? Entrepreneurs and side hustlers. Stay-at-home parents and caregivers. Why is that an amazing group? Because they have a lot of time, right? They can really you can do this in conjunction with what they do at home. Like they could be homemakers. They basically manage the home. They take care of the kids, bring the kids to school and all that, and they can work this business alongside, in conjunction with that, because like we all know, it's a global e-commerce business, so we can scale like how we do things, right? We can just devote an hour a day, maybe 2 hours a day, sitting down, contacting prospects. So it's really perfect. Coaches, trainers, wellness professionals. Again, that's that niche right there for health related type of individuals, right? These are, coaches and trainers. They deal with, especially now that we have Kinetic, they really they have such a wide network of athletes and very active individuals, which as we all know, Kinetic is one of our most awesome lead-in product, right? And just basically people seeking purpose or extra income. There are people out there, like ourselves. Like I didn't know I was looking for this opportunity until the opportunity found me. And then that's when I realized I really was looking for this opportunity, right? I really was looking for a way to build a legacy business, a legacy income for not only for my son and my daughter-in-law, but for my future grandchildren, right? Okay, so where to prospect? Like, okay, your warm market, obviously, friends, family, and coworkers. And again, this is kind of like the traditional when people say, we're in network marketing, you always go with your, friends, family first and all that. And it's like some people look at it negatively. Oh, you're gonna try to get, you're gonna try to sell to your friends, your family, kind of take advantage of a relationship. But if you really look at it, what's the one key element that's very important when we're doing this business and we're talking to people? What are we trying to achieve for them to have so that we can actually openly connect and communicate with them? Trust, right? It's trust. So so we start with our warm market, like our friends and family and coworkers, because there's a level of trust that's already there. They already know you, right? They already know you. They know what you stand for. They know like your personality and all that. And um, so chances are they'll know that, okay, well, let's see. I see Janine up here, Dr. Diana, Mei Ling, Susan. Okay, I know Mei Ling, I know Susan. I mean, if she's referring, this thing, I mean, maybe I need to take a look at it, right? It could be interesting because there's that level of trust. The first like few brand ambassadors that I ever enrolled in this, when I started, it's all about trust because again, like the very first one, I just spoke with my best friend for 10 minutes. He kind of had an idea of what this was all about, but he signed in as a founder because he was my best friend, because I was his best friend. So We start with your warm market. Now everyone has social media now, right? Everyone has, I don't, doesn't matter your age bracket. Like me, I'm turning 57 this year, so I had to learn social media. You know, my son taught me a lot about it. I just started with Facebook, and then eventually, like, you know, I now have like IG, right, Instagram. I still really haven't gotten into TikTok, but we have, every one of us have social media platforms, right? So extends our reach to just our local area, because now you can reconnect with high school, college, former college and high school classmates, former coworkers who are in other parts of the country. You can connect with them and you can reach out to them, right? Networking event and expos. Lovey and I have started doing this here in San Diego, and we love it. So I just go to the app Meetup. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with it. It's Meetup. And I do a search for professional networking events in the area. And there's a lot of them that are free. So we've attended a few of them already. I know Lovey, in one of the first ones we attended, it was amazing. It was at a brewery, so that was good. But it was she signed up a brand ambassador from meeting someone at that networking event, right? One reason I love networking events and expos, the people that you're going to meet there, the reason they're there in the first place is because they want to network with other people. They are looking for other people as well, right? And then you got your online interest and community groups, kind of similar concept with social media and networking. And then lastly, like wellness, fitness, and lifestyle spaces, right? Totally within our category. Like lifestyle spaces, I love that because, we're looking for people who are looking for um, a better life, right? They want to improve their condition, right? So, okay. The three C's of prospecting, I think this really applies to regardless of what in the networking industry, regardless of what product you have, it's the same concept, right? You have to connect, right? And I would say that when I say connect, it's not just getting their names, getting their information, so you can just yes. I'm sorry, I'm kind of rambling here. The goal is to really for them to prospect them and to show them the opportunity. But when I say connect, you need to build genuine rapport, really get to know them, get to know what their motivation is, what they're looking for in life, what their situation is, right? Remember form, right? Form is so effective, right? Ask about their family, their occupation, what they do for recreation and what motivates them, right? And then once you build that connection, then you share your story, kind of like what we have right now with the video the sizzle video that we started yesterday, right? Corbin, in that 15-minute video, was able to convey his story, like how he started, like what they achieved, him and Holly. It's really amazing. It really makes people see what's possible. Okay, and then the call to action, right? Whether you reach out to them by message, voice message, call them, or meet with them in person, you invite them to explore more, or you send them that video, and then you invite them to see the full presentation once you pique their interest. Okay, so connect, convey, and call. Example scripts and opener. We have a ton of scripts available to everyone here at Legacy Makers. Thanks to George and Adrian, it's such an amazing resource tool we have on their website, Our Legacy. So, but these are just kind of, hey, I thought of you because your personality or the way you really connect with people is so inspiring, right? Oh, can I run something by you real quick? I really value your opinion. Okay. Or are you open to looking at something? If this, and then you can add whatever, hey, like they're like what Corbin, in his video, we have people earning as from all the way from $50 all the way to 50,000 a week. Are you open to taking a look at it? right? If it's something that might work for you. So you have a lot of, scripts that we can use, and you can tailor each script depending on who your audience is. Okay, daily habits for lead generation. You guys notice that regardless of what kind of training we do, what kind of topic and all that, it always boils down to what you do on a daily basis, right? Daily habits for lead generation. Reach out to 3 to 5 new people daily. Yeah, daily, like every day, right? That's anywhere from 15 to 25 people a week on a 5 day, assuming you take Saturdays and Sundays off. But as you know, we're in business for ourselves, so we don't give ourselves days off, right? Okay. Follow up with warm contacts, right? Uh, Post intentionally with authenticity. For those of you who are building your social media following, right? When you post, post intentionally and be authentic, like what your life, you post about your lifestyle, you post about what you believe in and all that. Be intentional, right? Now, of course, that's a double-edged sword in social media, right? When you post authentically, like what you believe in, like everyone here who follows me knows exactly what I stand for, right? I am, I'm building a faith-based business. I'm not ashamed of my faith, of my views and all that. And has that cost me some people like followers? It has, because there's a lot of people out there who just because they don't agree with you feel that anyway, I'm not gonna go there. So they either unfollow or whatever. But you know what? The right people, I want the right people in my business, and so do you, right? The right people will join your business. The people who are aligned with your views, aligned with your mindset, aligned with your vibes, right? Ask for referrals from happy customers. I would kind of tailor edit that to say ask referrals from anybody, whether they become customers or not, right? Uh, I'm sure a lot of people here have met people who say, oh, that's really not for me right now. Oh, hey, thanks for the honest feedback. But you probably know people that this might be a good thing for people who are, want to get healthy or looking for another opportunity. Please refer them to me. So ask referrals from everybody, not just your happy customers, even from people who say that it's not for them, right? And then tracking your activity and staying consistent. Diana mentioned it earlier. It's all about consistency, right? It's all about consistency. One of my favorite things to rewatch on the videos from the weekend is the one by Lisa Behrens about consistency. It was so good. Oh my goodness. And find a way, you can have your own way of tracking. Some people do old school, like have a spreadsheet or a ledger or whatever. Some people have it in their notes on their phone or what do you call that? Excel spreadsheet. However you want to do it, be able to track your activities so you can track your progress. So the mindset is very important when we prospect, right? When we prospect, you have to detach yourself from the outcome. What do I mean by that? Don't get bent out of shape because they say no or because they say hell no, right? Focus on consistency. Just continue to reach out. Just know that not everyone is going to say yes, right? People will say no. So detach from the outcome. You just focus on a consistency and focus on like your goal. If your goal, like Diana has such an amazing goal, like enrolling one person a day for 30 days. I mean, that is so amazing. So focus on consistency. Okay. You're offering a gift. You're not selling a business. You're not, I never really consider this selling, even though, yes, they will buy, if they get interested, they'll buy a pack or whatever. But when like, I know several of my team members feel the same way. When we share this with people, it's because we're doing them a favor. We're offering them a gift. We're offering them an opportunity to improve not only their health, but also an option for them to improve their life, right? So it is really a blessing. We're offering a blessing. So every no brings you closer to a yes. That's very true because it's the law of statistics. That's one. But I think we've asked about this before. If it takes 10 no's for you to get your first yes, how quickly are you going to go through your no's, right? And if we lead with value, with heart, and with belief, guess what? It will happen. Like Christine, I love when Christine said it when she was starting out in this industry. If you build it, they will come, right? Just believe in what you're building, believe in what you're offering, and things will happen. Things will happen, right? It's only a matter of time. So again, that's where the consistency comes in. You have to be consistent. You have to keep the faith and stick to the race, right? Final tips. Okay. Be intentional with every conversation, right? With every don't just, yes, it could be a casual conversation, but when I say be intentional, really stick to your like uh um plan. Like if you want to get to know more about them, use form, definitely try to get them to watch the video, send the Corbin video that we started using yesterday, or invite them to connect with your upline, so different ways, right? But be very intentional. Use our tools and systems. We have so many tools and resources, right? Our app, our the 3AI, everything we have on the Our Legacy Makers website, the scripts, the tracking sheets. Use the system, right? We have everything we need, right? And then definitely plug into events, trainings, and your upline. I can't stress this one enough, right? Always get to an event if that's something possible for you to do. Remember, people who are interested, they'll make excuses. But if they're committed, they'll find a way, right? They'll find a way. So um, as one example I want to share with you, so we have the Dallas event, right, coming January 9, 10, and 11. And I was looking at my calendar, and my wife Joanna just pointed out that we had like a really tight conflict because my best friend of 30 years, his name is Edgar. He's actually the first founder from the Philippines. He's celebrating his 25th wedding anniversary, him and his wife, and they have a special devotion to Our Lady of Guadalupe, right? And they are going to Mexico City to do the renewal of vows at Our Lady of Guadalupe Basilica over there. And they asked me and Joanna, to share this special moment with them, okay, and to be like the witness for that renewal. I said, of course, of course, so I'll be there. Well, that's on the 7th of January. So now I have to make sure that I just make my travel plans that, we do that on the 7th. I leave on the 8th so that I can fly to Dallas on the 9th. But again, get your team to events, get your team to all the trainings, our huddles, and also always plug them in with your upline. Be bold. Your next leader might be watching you. Your greatest or your most amazing leader you may not have met yet. It could be the next person that you're going to be speaking to or sharing the opportunity with, right? So be bold. Treat every person that you're prospecting as your possible next board of director, right? Okay, so um, that's pretty much what I have for you. Oh, I would do like to leave a few motivational quotes for you guys, right? I know I'm a little bit over the time, George. I'm sorry, but I kind of really want to share this with you guys, right? Um, you don't need everyone. You just the next one, right? You don't need everyone. You just the next one, right? The fortune is in the follow-up. Follow-up is key. You can share the opportunity, they can look at the opportunity and all that, but if you don't follow up, you're not going to make that close, right? Um, don't sell the product, sell the possibility, right? Sell the opportunity. Uh, you're one conversation away from your next rock star leader. It's true. You're only one conversation away from your next rock star leader. And again, just playing off of the weekend, we had like several rock star shares. We got Jasmine, you got Kimberly, we got Irene, right? It was amazing. When you plant seeds consistently, like again, there's that consistency, right? When you plant seeds consistently, the harvest always comes, right? The harvest always comes. Okay, well, that's what I have for you today. Thank you so much for being here this morning at this huddle. I am gonna turn this back over to George.
Amazing. Well, as you see, I love that you did this about prospecting. And it's timely because you are going to be using it today when you are going to be inviting to people to any of the 8 videos with Corbin. Excuse me. Anyway, by the way, it's interesting because somebody said, why they don't do it live? Well, try to do it live 8 times a day. It doesn't, it's just, this is, it's like a call a sizzle video, and this is the first one. As you see at the beginning, they're talking about corporate person that found freedom to this, and you are going to see different other videos being recorded with different where you can choose. The tool that they are using is like a channel where you can choose the different people. This is the first one. Next week we are going to have a new one, and we are going to have different recorded for the next 90 days. But anyway, thank you very much for what. Anybody has a comment before we go?
Hey, George, could you maybe comment? Because I've been misunderstood before about just 12 and 8, but I heard on Christine's call that it's more than just 12 and 8. So somebody's asking about, I think Jackie's asking about it. Maybe clarify it.
Yeah, it's 12 to 8.
Yeah.
Yes, when you go to that channel, you just have to go to the link. And when you go anytime between 12 and 8 your time, you're going to see every hour, you are going to see the video. You just have to say to a person, hey, can you do it at 12 o'clock? If the person says yes, you send it to the 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock. There's no in between, by the way. You send somebody at 1:30, it's going to say 30 minutes more for the next video. Just make sure you are
George?
sending the person to the time. It's like sending somebody to a live video, a live webinar. The only difference that's recorded, but it's a set time. It has a set time.
George?
Yes.
So I think I misunderstood. Somebody at the beginning of the call said that you could send the video. Does that mean you can download it and then
No, you
fire at
send the
will?
link. Send the link. You never send.
You can.
Yeah, well,
Okay,
you
so
don't
you
have to
can't
download it. It's
download it.
like sending a video to any place. You send
Okay.
the link. You don't have to send the video. You don't have to download anything. It's just
Yeah.
a link. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it would just seem like really great if you could send it through your app.
You can very easy. This is very easy. You just copy the address, uh, go
I
to
mean,
your tools in your app, put it there, and then it's there. The link. It's like the
yeah.
way that we do all those videos. We never upload a video of the presentations in the app. What we do is the link. When you go to the app, you go to My Tools, and then you click, you put, in the part where it says show a video, you put the address of the video, and it's the same thing. It's
Okay.
nothing special, yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
It's the same
George,
thing that we are doing before. There's nothing special here. It's just a link. It's just a link, nothing magical or anything like that. And the
George,
difference is that has a timing. Yeah, go ahead.
this is Cindy. One of the things that I wanted to share, and I was going to share on Saturday at the event, when I was working with a different platform, I walked into a room just like we had on Saturday, well, actually on Friday,